I've been saying this for a long time at the moment, and let me be clear: social justice is a wonderful thing. We've just been discussing it with the police, and we've just been, we discuss it all the time. And social justice, small s, small j, is important. We all want it. We all want it. Social justice with capital SJ, SJWs and all that. These guys are going off the fucking deep end right now, like in a scary manner. And someone put up this tweet, which I don't necessarily agree with all of it exactly, but it's becoming a religion. It's becoming a fanatical religion. We talked last week about how if you write the word bisexual, if you put a hyphen between bi and sexual, then to them, you're not using the appropriate language. It's a flag that you're not in the in-group. And they are becoming religious. They really remind me of that Game of Thrones, the people with the tattoos, the burns on them, and the shame, and the guy at the top of that. That was one of my favourite things of Game of Thrones. What was he called? I can't remember his name now. But the guy at the top of the fanatics was just as manipulative, and he was just as power hungry as any of them. But he had a lot of very enthusiastic people who thought they were doing the right thing, but they weren't. They were just feeding into this power, and this is it, man. White privilege is original sin. Check your privilege, convert, problematic, blasphemous. These things are right, man. These things are really our community, our denomination. This is very, very true. Regressive leftism is a religious faith. I really enjoyed that tweet. I thought it doesn't explain it all. I've seen much better ones, but I just thought I'd show you that because this shit is getting out of hand. These people are getting religious. And here's the thing. Growing up, I could see Christianity dying in this country, and I was glad for it. I didn't like it. I looked at stories of kids being abused, and I thought, well, yeah, we're better off without it, aren't we? But there's another side to that with human nature, in that do humans need to gravitate towards these organisational structures? Now that Christianity is sort of falling away, they're grabbing onto something in just the same way. Humans as an individual can be clever and logical and reasonable and articulate, but humans as a group, you see SJWs all chanting, people literally leading the chant, telling them what to say, and they say it over and over again, and it just affirms it again and again, and it's like this, it's mass hypnosis, isn't it? And again, look at the trans issues right now, and please, I'm not going into the whole fucking thing right now. There's a lot of very decent trans people out there that just want to get on with their lives, but there's also people who are abusing kids, and it is behind the banner of the SJW thing. It is behind this this sort of flag, isn't it? Where all the things that I grew up hating about Christianity, I now see reflected in the social justice movement. All of it, everything. This blasphemous thing, the special language so everyone knows you're on the in crowd. And these signs like this, I remember these signs. It used to be the absolute nut job Christians that had carried these. That's what I grew up with. And now, being a cis man, or just a man as it is, now cis man makes you a bigot. Because, think about that, man. Because I haven't cut off my own dick, I am now a bigot. That's like going into a monastery and not speaking a word for 30 years. That's that level of fanaticism. This is terrifying. Genuinely terrifying. Libertarians. Don't get me wrong, man. There's some nutcase libertarians out there. But just to be on the quest for liberty, for personal freedom in itself isn't a bad thing. Jesus Christ. Heteros. Are you heterosexual? This is some scary shit. Sorry, the hetero things is just off the screen there. I'm sorry about that. This is not good, man. This is not good. ICE. Lumping. And here's the thing, right? Paedophiles. Yeah, all right. I get that. The white supremacists. I get that. But it's lumping all these things together. Ben fucking Shapiro. Oh my God, the victim of some of. He's the victim of more hate speech than almost anyone else on the planet. It's insanity that it's like you'd put the Orthodox Jew. Jesus Christ. And then here we go. People who stop at yellow lights. That's how you know they've gone off the deep end, isn't it, eh? But I don't want to just slag them off. I don't want to do that. I do want to present something. You know, as fun as it is. Capitalists? What about... Wait, before we move on. Classists, right? Classists. I guarantee this same person hates fucking poor people because they don't talk the way they should. They don't use the language, the inclusive language. They might be good people, but they don't say the right words, do they? So they don't fit into your religion. How can you be against classists and then be against millionaires and CEOs and polluters? We're all polluters, love. Every single one of us. There's nothing you can do about that. But I've got to say, get yourself on Helen Pluckrose, HP Luckrose, H Pluckrose on Twitter. She's so cool, man. She talks about all the same stuff I do, but she has actually done the research. She's done the heavy lifting. I don't necessarily agree with every single word she says, but that's not the point. The point is that she really thinks these things out, and she's worth a follow, especially if you don't agree with her, especially if some of it's uncomfortable for you, because good, we're expanding our perspectives. She did a really good one the other day where one of these lunatics that are sharing these posters was saying that dogs are a tool of white supremacy. This is the latest. Dogs are a tool of white supremacy. Jesus Christ. And she made a really good point here that I really want to highlight. The question is not, did racism take place? But rather, how did racism manifest in this situation? So we start with the conclusion that racism must be present, but difficult to see, and then we look at it, and that is an important thing that you need to remember about the far regressive left. Not the majority. The majority of the people on the left are good people. You have to remember that. They're not the noisy ones, the ones you fight with, the ones you tut at, the ones that made that dickhead sign. They are a minority, but they are very, very loud. And this is one of the core beliefs. This is how it gets religious. This is how it gets fanatical. Everything's racist. So how do we do it? And there was a really, really good tweet. It's a form of magical thinking, blah, blah, blah. Please check Helen out. She's so good. She does these epic threads. But this is what really got it for me. It really clarified what I've been talking about, what I've been trying to get across to people. Did it seem to you that the white cashier served the black customer too quickly? She wanted him out the way because she's uncomfortable with his blackness. So there we go. Oh, too fast. Get rid of him. Did it seem she took her time checking out his stuff? Evidence that she resents having to serve a black person and does so grudgingly. This is one of my favourite examples of this that I've ever read, and this is why these three were so amazing getting all these hoax papers through, all the grievance study stuff. Like, if you've got this fever, this circular paranoid conspiracy stuff that they've got, then yeah, you can watch someone serving a black person in a shop, and no matter how it goes, it was a racist interaction. Fucking terrifying, man. Fucking terrifying. And the problem is, we've all got mates like this that are a bit too far and a bit right on, but right now they're getting together and they're teaching our kids. And they're idea laundering. They're all writing papers and then peer reviewing each other's papers. And it's this. Because they start out with the grievance and move on to the studies. But I did want to end this on a positive because Helen really does work positively towards all this. She's fucking great, man. Check her out. Please check her out. She's awesome. Guys, hit the TW logo. Not that one there. That's on our website, unless this is a clip and then I've put it over the top. Hit the TW circle, drop us a subscribe, watch more videos, ring the bell, join our Patreon, do everything, but most importantly, join us. Thank you so much for joining us live. We're on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays now, live to chat to you. If you can't join us live, we'll always put plenty of clips out for you.